Welcome back to AniPeeps, the go-to destination for anything anime and manga related. We got a good one for you guys today. But before that, I'm once again your co-host Boom. Along with the boys, we got Mighty Mo and Boggs. How you guys feeling, fellas?
Feeling good. Pretty excited for this episode. I know it's the end of the year for 2023 anime, which has been great. So, kind of excited to see your guys' thought and kind of compare how much we kind of align with each other in terms of opinion and taste.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
sir. Cruising.
And
Happy
this
holidays to all the viewers and to you guys as well.
Thank
Sir,
you, mate.
sir.
Happy
And,
holidays.
and if you haven't guessed it already, this is gonna be our AniPeeps top 10 anime. So we're gonna combine all of our lists and all into one, so we all have a collective unit of top 10. It's gonna
Yep,
be.
yep.
I want us to rate this list at the end too. You know what I mean? To see
Yeah, we
the.
could kind of talk about it. We'll see how. Um, yeah, we'll see when the time comes.
Mhm. And then we did break it up into different rules and stuff. Boggs, if you just want to touch on that before we
Oh yeah,
start. Yeah.
yeah, sure thing. So pretty much we all gave out our top 15 favorite animes. At least for me, I did my top 15 ones I enjoyed the most.
Hmm.
Um and so as you can see on the screen for those of you who are just listening, first place gets 10 points. So if Boom listed it as their favorite anime of 2023, that anime gets 10 points. Second place gets 9, third place gets 8, fourth place gets 7, fifth place gets 6, and from 6th to 10th place, they'll get the anime selected will get 5 points, and from 11th to 15th place, the anime will receive 3 points. And we just added a little bonus where if a show is in all three of our top 5, then that anime gets a bonus 3 points. So
Hmm.
if it's on my second place, Boom's third place, and Mo's fifth place, that anime will receive 3 extra points. And then we just ranked that. We just tallied up the score from first place to 10th place with some honorable mentions. And
Yep.
yeah.
That's how we got our
And
our top 10 for sure.
Mhm.
yeah, and to add to the our list, we selected our animes from winter 2022 or 2023 to fall 2023. I
Hmm.
think each of us had a few that may have started before or after that cutoff, but if we said it had 12 episodes
Yep.
either in the winter of 2023 or fall of 2023, we decided to include that in. So
Mm.
you guys don't crucify us on some of these saying that was last year.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah, 'cause technically it did carry on
but
for some stuff.
Mhm. And then
So,
some stuff's gonna carry on to next year, 2024 too,
mhm.
right? Yeah. But yeah, without further ado, you guys ready for it? Hit some honorable mentions.
Yeah.
bro,
Ah,
didn't you have a meme for us, Boom?
Oh yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh, thank you, Mo. This is gonna be the
Been
best
waiting,
meme.
man. You left us hanging in the
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
off chat. So
Oh yeah. So when I told you guys, I feel like I overhyped it, but for sure I know Boggs will like it. There we go.
Oh man, but Barzin will be back someday. Barzin will
Yeah,
be back someday.
we had to off him. If you know what I mean.
I'm happy with Chrissy.
Yeah, I just wanted Polly. That's my favorite, so I had to have him.
Sopranos anime when
For real, that'd be dope. That'd be dope. Yeah, that's the fire meme I had for you guys. AniPeeps about to drop their top anime of 2023, and the boys, of course.
Yep.
I
Excited to
uh,
see.
I seen the picture and I seen four people and I was like, ah, Farge is in it, and I liked how it was peeping, you know. So I was like, ah, that's perfect, perfect.
Very nice.
Once again, thank you, Mo, for reminding me of that fire meme. But yeah, so right now I do have five honorable mention, and then there's no particular order, right? So I'm just doing
And
randomly.
honorable mentions is pretty much things that were close but didn't quite make it to top 10, right?
Yeah, like I think two of these were tied, and I'll talk about those two, and they're
Okay.
one off, 1 point off of
I
being
just
number
hope
10.
like I hope something I didn't rate like fifth place or something.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, we'll
but
see. We'll see.
I do want to see your reactions too, because like you guys don't know anything, so like one of these shows might be like, oh my gosh, if that show is not in there, what is the top 10 then? You know,
Yeah, yeah.
it's gonna be nice.
All right.
But we'll start off with I guess a show that was very hyped coming into this year, right? Is Mushoku Tensei. So that was actually an honorable mention for our list, season two.
Yeah, I guess we could take a minute or two with some of
Hmm.
the honorable mentions. I mean, uh, like I'm sure we all love this series, and I think this. I mean, personally speaking, I don't think this season was like bad at all. It just didn't
Live up
do
to the
as
hype,
good as
man.
expectation, just because the previous seasons were really good, and I mean, the beginning of this season was kind of weak compared to the end. But I mean, I personally, I still really enjoyed watching um this season of Mushoku Tensei.
I totally agree with what you said. I just want to focus on it came. I was so hype about this one, man. And again, it wasn't bad, but it just for me, when I'm so hype about a show and it does like a okay job, right? It just makes it worse. It just hits the lower. But
I
yeah,
mean, I like
Yeah.
Sylphie, but it just needs some more Roxy and Eris. So
I feel like next season is gonna be a banger though. I feel like it's set up
yeah,
very well.
yeah, hopefully. I
Too
Fingers
mean,
much
still,
bad
crossed.
boy Rudy.
yeah,
But yeah, that
uh,
was the first one out of four honorable mentions. Again, I feel like if we were to guess, like say coming into 2023, I think all of us might have said this is definitely going to be in our top 10 though. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
Just
for
because the
sure.
name Mushoku Tensei. And then again, next one, another good one. It was on two of our list. It is Demon Slayer. Um, again, I was
Okay, I kind of figured.
yeah, I was actually it was on my honorable mention, but I really did enjoy this arc or
Oh,
scene,
really?
right?
This didn't
A
make it
season.
into your top 15?
I'll explain it a little bit later, but some additions knocked
No,
it
no. I
out,
mean,
man.
that's fair.
Yeah. I mean, I
This is
did
my
enjoy it
personally
though.
my favorite arc of Demon Slayer, so I had this quite
Mm,
fairly high on my list. So
yeah,
I
and
think
And
I,
to
that's
be
probably what held
fair,
it up in the honorable mentions.
yeah, and to be fair, it probably got weighted down because I didn't watch it. So,
yeah.
Mhm.
probably got dinged off a few potential points from that.
Hmm. I think that's what most of these are actually. It's either one person watched it and rated kind of high, right, or just two people watched it. It needed that
Yeah,
third watch or third vote, and it would have been in our list too. Yeah.
I feel like I'm the one to blame for these upcoming ones.
Mhm.
But we'll see.
Not necessarily, but yeah. And again, number three honorable mention. We're gonna go with one that's currently, I guess, just finished completion, but Spy Family.
Bye,
Um,
family.
season
Damn,
two. Is it season two or is it season three? I
it's
know they have
season
long
two.
seasons. Okay, yeah.
Season
Yeah,
2.
yeah, it's season two. I mean, I really love this season. I love Spy Family a lot, and I think this season kind of had a little bit of your focus and some,
Hmm.
I guess, more quote unquote action scenes. Uh, which I think the action scenes in Spy Family are great. They're like exciting and fun. But I mean, for me, that's not what I'm looking for when I come into Spy Family. It's kind of like a gag series slash very wholesome slice of life.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
yeah, I mean, I'm sure we all love Spy Family.
Yeah.
Uh,
For me personally, right? I did like this season, but like just thinking about how first season hit me super hard, it
mhm.
wasn't let down at all, but it was like it's still a great show, but I'm comparing it to like the first season of Spy Family, dude. I was so hyped every episode. As soon as it
Yeah,
aired, I'd watch it. This one I was like super maybe I'll finish if I have
it's
For
just
time.
me,
like
I
But
think
yeah.
it's the slow start that I think gave me a poor bias for for
Mm.
the entire season of it.
yeah,
Just especially that camping episode, man.
yeah, yeah. That's
Fuck
true.
Damien
It
and
was
his crew.
at least it
I do
was
like that. I do like that. Barge's
at
favorite
least it
character
was
too, so
one. At least it was like just one episode and not like a 2, 3 episode little thing, you know. But
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, no,
this is definitely my fault, but
oh man, but no,
Actually,
We'll see
Should I
at the end. We'll
say
see
it?
at the
All
end.
right, I was going to say
We'll
it, but
see it at the
yeah,
end.
we'll see it at that.
Um, but yeah, no, I really love the ship arc, and I thought this season was really funny too. I remember when this was still airing. I remember I made a joke to you guys in the group chat. You guys finished at least, right? Yeah. Um,
Hmm.
I mentioned the Ksariyano Banabi or Ksarigamano Banabi, the deadly
Oh,
looking guy.
yeah.
And I don't know why that name just stuck to me, but like a few episodes later, there was like a callback to that character where Anya's kind of trying to flex her vacation at the ship, talking about how they were well-known celebrities, and like that's the first name that popped up, and they're like, "Who is that?" But yeah,
She's so funny, man. There needs to be more Anya in the movie at
yeah,
least. I'm hyped to see
yeah.
that too.
Excited for the movie. Before we kind of go to the next one, I feel like Spy Family is also one that's kind of hard to compared to others because like for instance another show that came out this season like Vinland Saga, it's like really hard to compare. I mean, a lot of shows are hard to compare, but in
Yeah.
terms of like how peak things were, um I think Spy Family is like a very consistent great show that you could always just watch and won't be disappointed, so
Low ceiling but high floor, right? Can't go
yeah,
down. Can't go wrong.
yeah,
Essentially, yeah. Good
thanks, yeah,
taste.
yeah, ceiling's
Um.
pretty high, but I know what you mean.
Mhm. Um. So yeah, the next one we have two more remaining, right? Again, this is I'll do this one first because I don't want to spoil it, but it's Jujutsu Kaisen.
Mhm.
Obviously didn't make it on some people's lists, but it did make it on to one for sure. I know of. But yeah, this season, man. You guys, when you watch it, you know that this season absolutely hit, and I guarantee you, on people that are fans of this show, it's gonna be on their top five, definitely on the top 10 for sure.
Yeah, and to be fair, I mean, it's just one that it's something I'll probably bring up at the end, but I have like a few shows that I kind of jotted in my head where I didn't watch, but if I watched, I'm like it probably
Hmm.
would have been like a contender for my top 15 list, if that makes any sense. And
Yeah.
JJK is one of them where it's just a fact that I haven't seen it, and I'm
Hmm.
sure it would be in my list had I did.
And
Um,
this, especially this season, right? The first season is already good. This season, 24 episode or 23 episodes, I think, it absolutely did smack. So
gotcha.
if yeah, once you guys watch it, you'll understand why it had to be
Of
in the
hype I
honorable
saw on
mentions.
Twitter.
Yep. And then
Yeah, it was
the
crazy.
the songs too do hit hard too, man. I've been listening to jamming to them all day. But yeah. Um, Last honorable mention is Under Ninja. Classy show, guys. Under Ninja. I think it aired last season, right? If I do remember correctly.
It just ended in this current season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thoughts on it, Mo? I
This
know.
one, this one was dope, man. I know at first it was pretty confusing, but I mean it kind of stays like that. That's kind of part of the plot is you've got like the ninjas, and then you've got the rogue ninjas, and then you've also got the UN, who is kind of like a third party that's kind of infiltrated both ends. And
Mhm.
like how the season ended was just like, oh shit. So yeah, this one was very high up on my list. This was definitely maybe my favorite from this season,
Mhm.
Oh,
this
dang.
past
And
season.
this is
So
one based off what I've heard at least. That was a pretty hit or miss kind of one where some people loved it, some people were just bored with it. So,
mhm. And also to the
Seems.
art. The art was, I didn't really notice it after the first or second episode, but
mhm,
kind of the initial your initial viewing of it, you may be off put by it just because it is very CGI. But
mhm,
after a while, like I almost didn't notice it in a weird way. And
yeah,
also, one of the girls in this show is also same voice actor as Chisato, so that was a
Oh,
oh,
big
okay,
big bonus.
nice, nice.
I do like those. It's almost like Easter eggs, right? When you find them out, you're like, you listen to it, like, oh,
Yeah,
what is it? What is it? What is it? I love it.
it's like I know this voice. Gotta go check it out.
Yeah.
And there he is. I know it.
Yeah. But yeah, so that those are our honorable mentions. We did have five. We did have a little bit more, but you'll see that at the end when we show our actual list, individual
Mhm.
top 15 list for sure. We are gonna crack in to the top 10 anime of 2023, and number 10 it is.
It's a long drum roll. I'm not gonna do it again. Let's go. Otaku Elf.
Otaku Elf. I for sure watched this one, but I watched it after it aired, but it still smacked, so it still counts because I watched it this year, right? But it's an absolute smacker. And shout
No,
out to
yeah,
Boggs.
definitely. It's
Shout out to
like
Boggs for recommending, man. Clutch
I feel like
recommendation.
I got lucky with this show. Like before the season started, I was just kind of scrolling through Mal,
Hmm.
and the cover photo kind of like piqued my interest. I was kind of curious what it was like, seeing the cover photo with the title Edomai Elf. And so yeah, I just gave it an episode, and it's like a very comfy slice of life show that, I mean, you guys know I'm very into. So yeah, I mean, this made my list too, and obviously if it's in top 10, it made Booms as well. But
Yeah,
uh,
I really did
yeah,
enjoy this show. Mo, if it's not on your watch list, make sure to add that this show for sure.
I think I've had it since Boggs raved about it at the end of that
yeah,
series. But
I was raving about this show quite a bit when it came out.
I see
I think
why.
I
I see why.
I think I put it in my first, excluding any kind of sequels, if I remember
Mm,
correctly.
mm.
But yeah, I really like the character designs of this too. Um, the opening music was a complete banger. Edie's visuals was amazing, but yeah,
And I
so
even like
super
the
simple
other
show.
elves too, right? And I don't want to
Yeah,
spoil
the
it too
other
much,
elves were
but
great too.
the accents, keyword accents.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
spoiler! There's other elves.
It's a minor spoiler.
Uh,
But no, yeah,
uh,
it's if you're looking for something very wholesome and cute, definitely give
easy
it
to
a
watch for
watch.
sure.
Just kind of a hikikomori elf that's kind of like the I guess goddess of the shrine. That's
Hmm.
kind of like an otaku. I mean, she is an otaku. She doesn't like doing her
100%,
job. She just
100%,
likes
yeah.
staying in a room. Yeah. It's
Collectibles and
almost like
all.
a social anxiety Umaru-chan, but elf and big. But yeah.
And I am glad it did hop into the top 10, right? I know it's number
Yeah.
10, but yeah. And here we go to number 9. Number 9 show of 2023 for Annie Peeps is Blue Lock, which again, same for this one. I did start a little bit later, but this was an absolute banger of a show, man. 100%.
Mo?
Yeah, this one was super fun, man. This is best sports anime. Actually, I don't even know if were any other sports anime of 2023. Now that
I know
I'm thinking about it.
there was a basketball movie, but it wasn't like Kuroko or Slam Dunk or anything like that. It was like some weird, obscure one for sure.
I mean, you watched MF Ghost, so that count.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But yeah,
This,
Oh man.
this is I mean, like the fact like that this kind of overlapped with the World Cup was just extra hype too. Not to mention Japan did great. Uh, at least for me, this had its like very noticeable ups and downs in terms of like the mini arcs, but I thought it was a good show.
I binged this in like 2 days, man. It was that good. I was flying by. I definitely enjoyed the watch for sure. I'm glad you guys recommended it too. Once again, another recommendation. I had to watch it, rated it high for sure.
Yeah, we build off each other's
Uh,
recommendations, guys.
that's two for two recommendations right now. At least on this
More to
list.
come.
Hopefully
Sure.
more to come, man. Hopefully, hopefully. But yeah, number 8, got a little 8 ball there for you guys.
Yes.
Is a newer anime, Netflix only, I believe. It is Pluto.
Pluto.
Oh, this is actually kind of low. I thought this may have been in our top five,
Um,
but I
That's my fault. It's on me, boys. I'll take the blame
And
for that one.
kind of my fault too, which I'll explain when I kind of show my top 15 at the end. Uh,
Mhm.
but yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
dude, Pluto was like its um anime adaptation was so good, like and so true to the manga.
Mhm.
Like I don't know, it was just like they didn't
That's
miss.
that's what I heard a lot. Is yeah, they did such a good job of adapting it perfectly. You
Yeah,
know, they adapted kind of a volume per episode, and just the art was stunning, man.
it
It was
was,
so
dude.
nice visually. It looked just like the hand drawn ones or his
Yeah,
drawings as well, which is really nice. So
yeah, and like a lot of it too kind of attributes to like Urasawa, which like his character designs, but I think they did like a really good job of kind of capturing like almost like the sadness in like the character's eyes, like Gejito, Gejit, and
mhm.
Tenma, the doctor. Um, but yeah, and like the visuals are really good. Especially like kind of the final scene. Spoiler alert, not for Boom because he's read it, but kind of the final like Aurora Borealis kind of scene, super colorful. Um, I mean, like minimal complaints for me at least with this show. The I guess the only thing is for me, which isn't really like even a big criticism, and it's not even like a big factor of the show, is kind of uh I guess not Pluto's design, but uh I don't know, like Pluto and Adam's kind of fight thing felt it could have been better, but
Mhm.
that's just me nitpicking.
In terms of like the actual story,
No, like the
like
action, like and I don't know how they would have done it, but kind of how he talked and stuff like that.
mm,
But yeah, like I said, it's just like me nitpicking. It was like a really good show, and um, I what's it what's it North um the piano guy, piano robot.
No, the one with the lot of
North
weapons,
two,
right?
Yeah,
North
Uh,
two, yeah,
yeah,
North Niguel, and
yeah.
then
Hit
you had
right
like
in the feels.
Ron.
yeah,
But
I read the manga like Bog said, but I guess I have to finish. It was good at first. I think I watched the first two episodes, but like it's like quite a lengthy episodes.
Yeah.
I just couldn't put myself to it, man. Plus, I already read it, so there's no rush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about Mo coming into it new? Like, were you again for some of the listener spoilers, pretty major spoilers, but how'd you feel about how like just characters getting lopped off one at a time? Like, at one point like Adam and Gijihito are both dead. Kind of like who's the
yeah,
main
I mean
character thing.
it it felt like it was going to end with the world ending,
Hmm.
which I wouldn't have minded. Like just kind of the social commentary they were going for of like kind of like machines taking over and stuff. Like
Yeah.
it that I would have been just as happy with that ending as how it ended.
Yeah.
So, but I mean,
No.
for a while, I was just kind of like, what the fuck's going on?
Because
The
it jumps from a lot of like it introduces you to like so many different kind of like Venn diagram bubbles that you can't find the overlap yet, and then
Mhm.
it kind of starts tying into each other with kind of like the um investigation crew and kind of like Persia and all that, and it all like slowly comes together. uh my only another minor issue, and this is more in terms of like the source material, is kind of like the motive of the bear robot, and kind of where he came from kind of thing. He was just kind of like a OP robot that was pulling strings in the background that kind of got introduced a little bit later in the series.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was really a just like tossed in there. Didn't
Yeah,
really have much thought because then he just. I mean, it's kind of ambiguous what happens to him in the end, but you kind of assume that he gets destroyed.
yeah, with
But
the javelin throw kind of thing.
mhm.
But yeah, dude, that the scene with Gijihito's wife and Tenma, like you could pretend to cry and pretend to cry enough, it becomes real. And like when his wife starts crying after Kijihito dies, and like Tenma cries because he misses Adam. Like, yeah, ninjas were definitely cutting some onions.
The part that hit for me the most was his name Nobita, the little robot that they adopted,
Yeah, yeah.
and like kind of that tied back into the first mystery that we
Mhm.
had about Gijisto.
Yeah,
And
like
yeah, his
why
little
his memory's
backstory hit,
lost,
man.
and
Mhm.
the constant
Yeah, yeah.
flashbacks of the guy saying like 500
Oh,
Zeus.
oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah,
The old guy, right? Yeah.
yeah. Because like you're wondering what that memory is, and like, and also like tying the kid to what's it, Muhammad, the poor flower selling robot. It's like kind of sad, man.
Hmm.
Yeah, he
But
had one arm was a crutch, I think.
yeah, yeah. Even knowing the outcome, like when he got like he killed Gijihito, was like, damn.
It is,
But
but
yeah,
if you guys like this one, I'm telling you, I like Pluto the manga, but 20th Century Boy, same author, 10 times better, man. I feel like Pluto, if they ever animate that, I think it'd be top 10
yeah.
anime, dude.
I just like
It's the
how
story is so
condensed.
good.
Like, I think Pluto managed to do such a good job in like 8 volumes, and eight
Yeah,
hour long episodes, I guess. But yeah, no, I mean, who knows? There eventually might be an anime adaptation.
hope so.
Probably
Cause all
not, just with how long it is. But
yeah, it is. It is. You can kind of cut it off. I don't want to go into much into it. You could cut it off because it's like basically
mm,
two stories, but yeah. But they have a live action, so that's what we're gonna settle with right now. It's supposed to be really good.
Oh hell no.
hopes up.
So.
Keep our hopes up.
And so going on, number 7 in our list, right, is absolute banger one that aired this season, early this season, I believe, if I remember correctly. It is Bleach. Dun dun dun. And I
Nice.
know
Dun-dun-dun.
I know Boggs, you haven't watched it, but this season it was pretty good,
Yeah,
my man.
very fan. And this hit, man. This is probably uh bar from JJK. It's for me the best shonen this year.
Mm, mm.
Visually stunning. It was so cool getting to see all of the Squad Zero people's bankais and stuff. Not having finished the manga, I didn't know we'd get to see them fight. I thought the final fight would just be Ichigo and um, I can't remember his name right now, but
You Banaba
Yubaha.
Bahana. Yeah, it's such an
Yeah,
OP name,
Yubaha.
Yubaha.
No man, but I thought the final fight was just going to be them too. So getting to see all them, plus some of the captains coming back, like got to see Dukia's like top tier
Bankai,
Bankai
dude.
form.
That was
That shit
crazy,
was
man.
so OP, man.
I was kind of mad though, Why did she get it? But I'm glad she got
Nah,
it. I'm glad she got it.
it was good. Like I felt like she was such a like underportrayed character for so long. Like she's been there since the beginning of the show, and she's almost done nothing the entire time. So for her to
Carried.
finally get her moment was good. I wasn't
And
upset with it at all.
and your boy did shine, the scientist guy. He did shine quite a bit.
Quite literally, man. Boy turned into a golden scarab.
Yeah, again, Boggs, I think I would try to have you watch this, but it's such you have to watch Bleach too, so
Dude,
Yeah, it's not.
I almost could like suggest just starting at Thousand Year War. Like just watch from here and just
just get like
pretend the
Yeah,
rest of this shit didn't happen.
just get a
Kind of like how
recap,
you could
right?
almost watch Naruto Shippuden without watching the original Naruto. Like
Some people
mhm.
do
how
that.
they did this, it almost feels like you could do that. So yeah,
Most
if you
some
just
people
read
do
it
that, yeah,
online,
right?
yeah, I know one guy who did.
Stud, I heard. He's a really good taste too. It's crazy. Oh, but yeah, Bleach number 7 spot. I like the placement of this one. I don't know about you, Mo, but I did like the placement for Bleach at 7. Really good show for sure.
Yeah, I think it's fair considering what else we've probably got above it. I
Yeah,
think it's
and
fair.
then and you got to think about the handicap too. but it is a big handicap that only two of us watched it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so that's pretty good ranking for a handicap. Number six on our top 10. You guys might find this surprising, but I did actually watch it. AOT. This might
Oh
not be the
yeah.
gift from the scene, but I did watch it and I did enjoy it, man. I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it. I did shed
Uh,
tears at the end. Take back everything bad I said about AOT. Not Erwin or whatever the captain's name is, but AOT for sure.
I mean, what, like 2 hour or two big long episodes, right?
Hmm.
I like there's not much to say with AOT. It's just,
That hasn't
end
been
of an
said, right?
era. Yeah, it's like an end of an era, on a lot of people's top lists for like years. And it's been a long road with, all the final seasons, part one, two, three, whatever it was.
Part
But
six,
yeah, I mean,
part two, part one. That was crazy.
it was just like so good. And like, at least for me, when I was putting it on the list, obviously, like, there's some recency bias, but I was also kind of thinking back at like the first episode and just remember, I think I watched it with Mo. um yeah, even that, like, uh even that episode slash movie, whatever you want to call it, was like so hype, action pack. And this second episode was, I could care less about some of the action sequences in the second part. For me, what like put it up there was like the emotional depth,
Yes, sir.
with obviously what happened. And like the voice acting was great with like Armin screaming, and kind of Mikasa's like sad voice and everything. Yeah, just a great
I like
ending.
that. I like the ending too, right? I don't know what you guys thought about it, but I did like the ending.
The like the like the cycle repeats itself kind of thing.
Um, the cycle repeats itself. Did I miss something big though? Oh,
You
oh,
didn't watch credits.
oh, the when they go in like the cave or the tree, right? That one?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, I did like that part, and I like the even like the I did Google it afterwards. What the what's his name? Aaron's tombstone said.
Hmm.
I like that. I like that. I really like that.
Yeah,
Mikasa did come back. She did come
yeah.
back.
Mikasa made a comeback for sure.
Uh, there was just some stuff like that. I think I like the ending, but I didn't like how it was done.
Hmm.
Like having everyone die at that part when they got turned into Titans, and then they came back to normal. Like that kind of took away some of that trauma for uh like Falco and Reiner, like having their family and shit turn into
Mm.
Titans. And then him wrestling the fucking centipede Titan thing. That too,
Yeah,
I was like, bruh, what's going
I
on?
mean, I
Too
kind of
much. Too much.
like get where you're coming from. Like I said, like the action part, I didn't care too much for. Like this the second episode, I guess. But
Yeah.
I mean, for me, to your first point of like the everyone turning into Titan, at that point, I was like, dude, there's been enough pain. Like, I feel like that was a slightly rewarding, like, some glimmer of hope that not everything is gone to shit. I mean, like, what, 80% of humans gone too? And yeah. And like the chat with Armin and Aaron in like the kind of ocean of that turned into like blood. And then kind of
Mm.
Armin getting that flashback and then looking around and seeing that everyone else had like a forgotten message from Aaron was, yeah, really great.
And I don't know if it was in this season because I haven't watched AOT in a long time, right? But
Hmm.
I don't know her name. The glasses, like captain, right? The one that sacrificed herself or stayed
Yeah,
behind.
Hanj.
Hanji.
That was an OP scene, my man.
Yeah, yeah,
I was like, dang, when she told me about it, yo, chill. I got this.
yeah,
I
dude.
was, damn.
That that was the first episode, right? And that, like, the whole action stuff was crazy in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially because it was a zoomed out view, and you just saw her ODM gear explode. That was kind of
Hmm.
when you knew, like, she just popped off like a little bomb.
She was going
She was
OP
going
though,
crazy,
man.
man.
Yeah.
She was going. She killed like, or she knocked down like 15, 20 colossal titans by herself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude.
Base,
And you
base.
know what I also liked is when because like for ever since like the big explosion thing, Levi was kind of like the background guy, but how instantly he killed Zeke is like, yeah, this he didn't forget about, how he wiped out like Irwin and pretty much a whole squadron, and he still had that dog in him, which was good to see.
Yeah. The dog. But yeah, I know we could probably talk about AFC for a long time, so I'm just gonna
Yeah.
zoom past, and we are going to our top five, guys. So it's gonna be straight bangers from here, hopefully. So with our top five pick, we have I can't say the first word. I always have trouble saying it, but something diaries.
As soon as you said that, I was like, it's probably Apothecary Diaries.
There it is. But yeah, dude, I can't. I love this show, man. From the
Yeah, and
characters, from the opening song, man. I just love this. It's such a
and
good.
the opening visuals are amazing too. And this is one that we're not even done yet, so
Yep. Yep.
um I'm actually excited because I'm pretty sure I've read up to where the second half of this season ends, but anything like if there probably will be a season 2, anything after that will be pretty new for me. But I mean, like, what character design's great, the characters themselves are great. I don't know, it's a really good show.
It
Yeah,
is. It is.
much more of like that mystery aspect is what
Hmm.
I've really enjoyed. Like
It's like a
seeing
detective.
how smart she is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
like
a
she's able
it's
to
a
just
fun
do so
take.
much stuff.
Yeah, I do like that aspect of it being kind of like a detective series, but it is crime, but her approach is more through, like more medicine involved. I don't know how to put it, but there's like a twist to compared to like a plain, like a mystery series.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
It
But
is.
yeah.
I can't wait for the latter half of the season, dude. I
Hmm.
hope. Hopefully it's good. I think so, but hopefully.
And
Did you
things.
read this before the show aired, Fox?
Yeah, yeah. I read the manga. I didn't read the light novel.
Oh, I got you.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Uh, but yeah, Mao Mao's great character along with like the rest of the people. The only thing is like kind of some of the names have like kind of hard to follow, you know, um,
Uh, just because
just
I
because it's
think.
like Chinese, I guess.
Yeah.
At least for me, I have a kind of harder time remembering the names of some of the big characters. But even like the randoms, like Mao Mao's like friend who she occasionally chats to, I like their
Oh.
relationship. Just yeah,
The one
everything
she
about this
always
show
gives
is
sweets
amazing.
to, right? I think she gives sweets or something too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I don't know why, but I still get creeps with that long hair dude, the handsome looking guy.
And he got like some things are unraveling now. I guess last
Hmm.
episode maybe with who he really is, and yeah, good
Yeah,
good stuff. Good stuff.
yes, sir. So on to our number four anime of 2023.
Nice.
I am glad this one's on here. Um, such a banger show. Danger's in my heart,
Oh
man.
shit.
I am
Sir,
so happy it's on here. Such a
I
banger show.
yeah. I mean, like I told Boom, I was gonna binge this, and
Season two
I
soon.
didn't. I didn't update it just to kind of. That's why when I messaged you mine, I was like, no comments until the show.
Oh, I see,
But
I
yeah,
see, I
no, I
see.
binge this, and I mean, this is probably like one of my favorite romance anime in a while, but not gonna lie, like the first like 2, 3 episodes, I wasn't like maybe first 2 episodes, I wasn't too sold on it.
Yeah. It does, dude, it
Um,
Really?
does. When it picks up,
yeah.
man.
Oh, that I'm in for a good treat then because I was telling Boom I think before you jumped in or maybe you were here. I did start this one last night. I watched the first 2 episodes and I was hooked already, man. Just like the quirkiness of Yamada and how like weird Ishikawa is. Ishikawa?
Yeah,
Is that
Ichikawa or
right?
something.
Oh,
Yeah.
It
Ishikawa,
always
yeah.
sounds
How
similar to
weird
like.
he is. Like, I don't know, dude. The I like the dynamic a lot. Like this is probably one I'll probably finish in the next next couple days for
Yeah.
sure.
Like the dynamics is one I loved a lot. And the quirkiness of Yamada, and like I'm not gonna spoil her much, but like she is, I mean they both make the show together, but like I think she's like she has a lot of depth to her character, and I do like her quirkiness. But yeah, the part I wasn't sold is actually kind of like Ichikawa's urge to kill.
But
Dude,
it
Um
fades. It
that
fades,
shit's
right?
so funny, man.
it,
That shit has me weak.
yeah. I'll talk a little bit to you guys once we're all like once
Yeah,
you
yeah.
catch up and everything. But yeah, I wasn't sold at first, but immediately it's not like I thought it was bad or anything. It was just
Yeah.
like, oh, like this is, just another romance anime. But
Super
yeah,
chuny Buell, how he talks.
yeah. I mean, he actually is Chuny too, so his at least some
Oh,
defense
true.
to him. But
And then
yeah,
Mo, you said you watched first episode, right?
First two, yeah.
Like, 'cause like when you first see him in that little library thing, he's like, "Should I kill her now?"
Yeah, dude.
I
Even
was,
saying like she caught on to my plan to kill her. Like, how would she know you're gonna kill her, dude? She don't know that.
yeah,
Or
the
even
show.
like when he threw, for whatever reason, he launched his bike and he
yeah,
flipped over the fence.
yeah.
That was
Like,
OP scene, man.
I was like, God
like
damn, what's he doing?
He was,
some of those parts, I like. That's when I was having doubts, but yeah,
wait, no,
like
because
immediately after, I was
that
just
I
like,
thought I thought he threw the bike because the other dude was trying to talk to her, right?
no, no, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
he's kind of like
why.
trying to
Oh yeah,
distract him.
Yeah, he was like
yeah.
hitting on her, but I was like, there's other ways to do this than launch
Dude,
your bike
the
down the
way
hill.
he threw it too was so much force.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh man. So he
I'm
said
glad. I'm
I
glad.
hit the gas instead of the brake. Yamada was weak.
yeah, and
Oh.
extra props for this show for call outs to other series is I had a chuckle watching this because I mean minor spoiler, it's nothing really, but yeah, like one scene they mentioned crows and worse, and I just thought of boom.
Yes,
But
sir.
yeah, no, like literally the whole pretty much after like once I was hooked, like I was just smiling the whole rest of the series. Like it was so good, and we'll get season 2 immediately now. So
hmm
yeah, I'm ready for it.
Mo, you
Well
better be ready
deserved.
for it, big dog. You better be waiting
Well
for it.
deserved. Oh, I will, brother. I will.
All right, now we're gonna crack into our top three. Good ones all around. Pretty sure you guys can do detective work to figure out what the next three are, right? But let me
Mhm.
just pull it up for us. Disclaimer: I couldn't really find a GIF for this one, so I picked the most OP character I could and had his GIF playing. So I know it's at the end of this loop, but there we go. Our boy,
Most OP character.
the OP man. Of course, this is Vinland Saga season two, um, number three for our top anime. What do you guys thought about this season? I know some people didn't like it because it was slow, but I really did like it. You see the character development for sure. But yeah.
I just don't get how people like hated it or like said it was putting them to sleep. I just don't get it.
Because you go from so much action, right, to this. I
Mhm.
kind of seen it like it's kind of like Mushoku Tensei in a way, right?
Yeah,
But for this one, I felt like even though like you just see him grow as a character, even just chopping logs, right? And then I don't know if you remember, but when he was about you thought he was about to start fighting again, you got kind of hyped. You're like, oh, I'm about to see
yeah.
it. Yeah.
I just didn't like how like Thorfinn was depicted in a way. Like I get it, but they kind of made it look a bit more cowardly rather than um pacifist, if that makes any sense.
Mm. Yeah, because they made him like all skinny. Like he looked so much skinnier per se. I mean, he was a young kid, so but he just
Yeah.
didn't have any of that intimidation look. He
Hmm.
was just kind of like beaten down, where versus being more like stoic. So
Yeah.
I kind of agree with that.
And I didn't like when he was just getting like you remember he was trying to stop the fighting, so he just kept getting his ass kicked. I was like the
Yeah, that
whole
was
time.
epic, man. He's
Yeah,
I
like,
that was OP,
I
dude.
get
That
it,
was
that
but
was
I
so
epic.
like
OP.
I was kind of hoping that he just a switch turns on, like he gets knocked out and then he just like his body just overtakes him and just starts murking people. But
Body
yeah,
instincts kick in.
but I did
Yeah,
like
no,
how
it's just oh,
Snake
right.
knew right away, right? Like
Oh
Snake
yeah,
knew. He was
yeah.
like, "Oh,
He
you
was a
might be a
great
problem."
character introduced. He was a great
Hmm.
character who was introduced. And yeah, that scene was just so epic because kind of it started with everybody like laughing, and then the next scene when it's like near the end of the 100 punch, like the entire soldiers are just like serious and kind of found respect for Thorfinn, like the little like small emaciated guy just taking 100 punches to the face and still standing kind of thing. And I was like super excited for like I was just waiting for the moment where him and Canute come face to face,
Yeah.
and that scene didn't disappoint. And then of course the end with Thorfinn and I forgot the other dude's name, but where they were at the tombstone and talking about how they're gonna make a new country. Yeah, definitely got the chills there.
Yes, sir. And I'm glad the old guy finally got what he wanted. Torfin to go home.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's been searching for
he, he even
years, man.
he got the fake Torfin with him too. His crew.
Yeah, he got the bootleg Thorfinn.
I like how he was lying and how his name was Thorfinn so he could get free. That's me. Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's
I'm glad we all
just
liked
super
it though,
epic.
you know? I'm glad we
Yeah.
didn't think it was too boring or anything like that. But yeah.
Hmm.
Again, I can't wait for the next one. It's gonna be a banger. Yeah. I don't know if it's been is it it's probably been confirmed already, right? Or
I'm not sure, but I don't see why they wouldn't. But it's been a while since season one, so who knows how long it'll take.
yeah. Hopefully
Hopefully
not
not too
too
long.
long.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then
Well,
we're
I mean, in
breaking in.
reality, it's only been 6 months since this season ended, so
Hmm.
we're on that seasonal time.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Dangers in your heart. Turn around fast, man. Give the people what they wanted.
True, true,
Yeah,
true.
but
That's
yeah.
map of just work.
True.
Another
Especially with the way
another
Jujutsu
series
Kaisen.
moment, right?
Yeah. Top two we're going into. There shouldn't be any surprises. Unless Dr. Stone breaks in. But here is number two. One of Boggs is I know Boggs called it. I guess you could say. But
Yeah, I mean, it's
sorry. Yeah.
not much like it's just so good.
Yeah.
Uh,
What's the actual like? What's the full title? It's not. Is it Freeman's Journey or something, right? Or
Free Ran Beyond the Journeys, and it's Sousou no Frire in Japanese.
gotcha. Because that's why I didn't want to introduce it because I was gonna say just Freeman. Or,
Yeah, Free
yeah.
Ran works.
Yeah.
I
I do
talked
love
to
her
some
character.
people who thought it was like boring at some parts, but was it like episode 10 was just so fucking good with Aura, the Aurora, Aura, the
Mhm.
the
Yeah, the demon.
yeah, the soul weighing demon. Like just that episode was so good with kind of where they put in the flashback with Free Ren's master and kind of living her life deceiving demons through her compressed magical energy kind of thing,
Mhm.
and Fern doing the same thing. Like, yeah,
And
that episode was just so good.
and before I forget, I do want to mention I forgot to mention a couple rankings ago, right? This one in Vinland actually tied, but this one beat it out just because of the ranking, and so did um Dangers Are in Your Heart and Apothecary Diaries
I
did
gotcha,
tie as
gotcha.
well. Yeah, I just want to
Mm.
put that out there just so you guys know that. You'll see it when we see all of our lists, but yeah. But this one did edge it out to become second place for sure.
Nice, nice. I want to know what you guys thought. And yeah, this upcoming second half is going to be a absolute banger too. So,
I do like the characters. The characters are nice. Um,
mhm.
I didn't. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty far behind, but I do like the show. So I did rank it from what I've watched. I do like it. So and it hasn't
I also
ended
like,
yet. So
yeah, and I liked how they did like 4 episodes to begin with, big chunk to kind of get
mhm,
people hooked, which I thought was great.
mm.
Mm.
Yeah. It's. I know some people are doing like what like an hour long first episode too, but
Hmm.
different way to do it. I guess same, but yeah.
Yeah, I think it's got some really high points, not too many low points per se, but just some parts that feel like filler. But I think that's also just a kind of what happens with slice of life animes in general.
Mm,
Some of Spy Family stuff kind of feels just filler-esque because it's doesn't really feel like it's driving the story forward anywhere. Mild
yeah,
spoiler, but like the Blizzard episode when they're trapped in the
yeah,
cabin, like it's just
yeah,
kind of. But I mean, at the same time, though, I will say every episode is kind of adding depth to Free Ren. Like almost every episode is kind of something happens or they're talking about something and she kind of recalls in the past of something else, and then it kind of makes her like appreciate that moment she's in now,
yeah.
looking back at seeing that moment before. So yeah, Free Ren's super wholesome, man. Good on this.
Yeah, I think there's
Other
like
Especially
a
priests
great
don't think so.
yeah. I think it's just like a great mixture of, like you said, slice of life moments, and like some of the high stakes scenes are just very intense and well done. And yeah, I do agree with kind of like the cabin episode. It must like maybe like it's got to be to kind of either introduce the idea that there are other elves, but they're a rare breed, and maybe that
hmm
same elf might come in the future. Who knows? But because it's
Mhm.
like a big kind of world building at the moment, and kind of the start of their journey still. Um, and I kind of do love the how magic kind of works in the show too, uh, and kind of how uh, kind of the theme of like time comes in with obviously like free Ren, time, like a decade's nothing to her, but like at least in the magic world, the spell that kills humans, after like 50 years, it was almost obsolete, and it was kind of like a pedestrian magic kind of thing.
Oh, and he was
Uh,
shook, right? That
yeah,
he knew how to do that because it was
y-
his
and
spell, right?
yeah, and like it's not like a power system, but you know what I mean. Like I think
Mm-hmm.
they do a good job of kind of um, showing how magic kind of works in that world.
Sersky. And then bonus points for you guys. Do you guys know what potion she's holding? If you, there's a hint. Just
Yeah,
look at her
yeah,
face. Look at her
yeah.
face.
Obviously, brother.
Okay, okay.
This that Edo potion.
Just look at that
Was it
smile.
was it like melt your clothes or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, excellent show, man. Can't wait to get caught up and see how it ends too, for sure.
Hmm. And the artwork's so good. Like it like almost reminds me of like Violet Evergarden with like the scenic, um, almost like uh, not colored pencils. I don't know how to explain it, but
It
the
does look very like almost hand drawn.
yeah,
Is that's how it feels for me in like
yeah,
in
yeah.
a good way.
No, I agree.
Which is good. And then on to our number one pick for this year. I'm pretty sure you guys can guess what it is, right? It should be very
Mhm.
easy. Was it? What did
Yeah.
you guys think? Were you guys guessing into it? Try to be honest, right? Did you
No,
think this was gonna
honestly,
be it?
I thought first place was gonna be Apothecary Diaries.
Oh, I see. I see.
I knew if what's first place is first place. Then I
Huh?
thought this one
Yes,
was obvious.
Oh
Tokyo.
man.
You guys be
No,
shocked.
no.
I rigged the results.
Unless I messed
It's,
up on my. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, did I mess up on
yeah.
my list?
It was something odd. It was something odd. It was Nagatoro-san season two. Very 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 good, but unfortunately not able to. But yeah, it was
I mean, this
Oshinoko.
this is just one of those shows that kind of took the anime community by storm, right? Like
This
you could
scene took
say
the
like
anime community by storm right
yeah,
here.
like Free Ren's that right now, but this was like bigger, I feel,
Yeah, 100%.
you know. And for good reason. Also this one I think they did a super good job. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but kind of making the first episode an hour long. Uh
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think the different approach compared to like Free Rent with 4 episode, I think having one movie length movie was good because I could see some people dropping it if that was broken up to 3 pieces.
And it
Mhm.
kind of ended Ai's arc. You know what I mean? it
hmm
got that story out of the way. So now the actual, can start. I liked how they did it. It was very, very smart how they did that.
Because I could see like people watching the first episode and then they see Aqua and Ruby talking as babies. They'll be like,
Hmm.
what am I watching?" And then you see
Or
what happens later in the
yeah,
episode, and
or even worse, they could have somehow stretched that into like the first season, where it's like 12
oh man,
episodes. Like then I think people would drop the left in, right? I don't know.
yeah,
You
I would
you
have
have
been
some pretty
pissed.
cute. You'd be pretty cute scenes with the kids, right? But I
Yeah,
think it wouldn't be as good as it is considered to be right now.
and great selection of the image.
It has to be, man. I was trying to find one this one, then you seen Aqua do his adult version, but I just couldn't find
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember, but I was saying I'm pretty sure I know where. Like, I'm glad that got included in the
Mm.
first season with Aqua with the um re-
Bikomachi re
yeah.
re-release.
Yeah, that it's just like I just love also how each episode ended with, I talked about this before, but kind of the ED started playing, um, and the ED was a great one too. But yeah, I just loved how each episode ended. Great characters, and definitely more and more to come.
Had banger
And season
songs
two
too
announced too.
throughout.
Season two announced. Yeah, bangers.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
this is
you can go, Mo.
oh yeah. I mean, this is just one. I liked it so much, but I've been really trying to hold off on reading it. Um,
hmm
I really want to, but like you said, I think the anime was done so well. The visuals, like I really do love like every episode ended on like a cliffhanger, which is kind of rare in a way, just how
Yeah,
most stories are written. They don't really have opportunities for that, but with this show, there's kind of some kind of mystery or like ta-da moment at every episode.
Like a
yeah.
big
Uh,
thing
I
Every
really love
happens,
that.
right?
episode, like I can't wait for next week.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Especially,
And
I don't. What is her name? She likes Aqua, I think. Not the one that's in
Akane.
Bikomachi. Is
Kana?
like
Oh, yeah,
no, no.
Akane is the other one.
Yeah, where she does eyes impression, and then it
Yeah,
cuts.
dude. Yeah,
I
that
was.
how that
Ooh.
episode ended where like she kind of flips the switch, right? And
Yeah,
then she
yeah.
has like the eyes and has Ruby shook,
Man,
Aqua shook rather.
there's so many characters you can pick as your favorite in this
Yeah.
show too. I really like that. I
I
know
mean, they're all best girls.
Bog's
Yeah,
favorite is the
for me it's Kana.
buff YouTuber.
Yeah,
For
dude.
sure.
Dude, I like I actually love that scene so much where um Aqua's in the suit and they're talking in the balcony, and he talks a lot about Kana, like he actually knows her, and
Mhm.
like later on she goes downstairs and
He,
realizes it
he
was
has
Aqua
the
all along.
he
Like,
has a mask off, right? He has a.
yeah,
Yeah. You said you like Kana the best?
yeah. I mean, I
Oh.
love Ruby a lot too,
No,
but
I think Ruby for sure for me. I
yeah,
think I'm guessing Mo likes Akane, right?
yeah.
yeah.
Ah, knew it. Knew it. Used to be your
I mean,
profile
they're all
pic, that's
good.
why, eh?
That eye impression hit too hard, man.
Oh, dude, it did, it did, it did, it did. Oh no, I also like the I think she's I forgot, I don't know her name, but she's like a YouTuber or VTuber.
Oh,
Mental.
Memcho.
I
Yeah,
do
they're
like
all
her
good.
too. Yeah, I do
Memcho's like a
really, really like
chill,
her.
like a yeah. She's
Like
she's a
almost
homie.
comedy, there's comedy too in
Yeah,
her. I like characters like that too, but there's not one you can hate for sure.
yeah, and can't forget about Miyako-san, the mother figure,
Oh yeah.
absolute goated.
Yeah. And Aqua too. We don't talk about Aqua, but he's pretty like he has moments, right? Like you were talking about
He
Bog.
his Yeah, he has his bad edgy moments,
Oh, he's
but
over at the director's house, trying to plot his sisters out. It's
he's
good though,
a
man.
he's
It's
a
good.
modern day Light Yagami.
Yeah, man. Knowing the overarching plot of the show and, trying to find their mom's killer, excited to see, yeah, what kind of light moments he has throughout the show.
hmm
That and I really want to know when they find out about each other. Like
Yeah,
doctor and his patient.
Oh
And
yeah.
Because everyone
and
forgets
that's
about
a
that, but I don't,
yeah,
man. that's
that
that's what I want
that's
to know.
another thing with this show. Like everything we talked about is like strays from like the very big picture of what the show is actually about, which
Yeah,
is like it's actually like a revenge kind of story.
it's not your typical idol.
Yeah, and there's just so much aspects to this, and yeah.
But yeah, hats off to 2023, man. This is definitely number one. I'm not mad about it, right? Clearly, I
Yeah,
had my
no,
number one,
bangers
but I'm not
throughout.
mad. I'm not mad. Not mad
And
about anything on the list, too.
they just put so much love in this show, like from the opening, and with the opening, there's like a whole music video, which if you look back after watching just the first, hour episode, like it hits, and a lot
And,
of
and,
like the close-up scene with like all the detail in the hair and eyes.
and I think it
Um
broke YouTube like record for like anime song, right? When it first dropped or
yeah,
something.
it was up there on the rankings.
Yeah, it was a good
And
show, man. What can I say?
luckily, another one that's gonna air 2024, probably a
Oh,
little bit
really?
later
Oh,
in the
nice.
year,
Nice.
but
Nice.
yeah.
I love the fast turnarounds for sure.
Hmm.
But yeah, that was our top 10, and then right now we're gonna just be showing each of our top 15, and maybe we could just quickly maybe highlight some shows that maybe it wasn't on our top 10 or honorable mentions, right? Does anybody want to go first, or you just want me to knock mines out real quick?
Oh, you could go mine first. I think you guys will be pretty shocked.
There it
Which
is.
also I would like put some edits right now if I could, but before I kind of talk about mine, just really quick, earlier when I mentioned like shows that I probably might have a like might have been on here had I watched it, um, would be, I mean, Undead Girl Murder Farce. I watched, but I was like, should I put it in? I ended up not. But JJK's one, had I
Yes,
watched it,
sir.
probably might have been on. Um, Tony Kawa, I love season one. I just never watched season two, so it probably would have made it. And the
Rent a
one Boom
girlfriend.
talks about, no, Insomniac, that show
Oh yeah, yeah,
maybe
it's,
might have
yeah.
been on mine. Um, for me, like pretty much 6th to 10th, you could reorder it however you want. Honestly, I probably would have put um like a, I wanted to put Attack on Titan a little lower in terms of like personal preference, but just how it ended like a very long series, I felt like it deserved to be pretty high up.
Hmm.
Um 15th place, 100 girlfriends who really, really, really blah 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 love you. Uh just like brain off, great harem series. Uh
I've seen clips.
pretty
I've seen
based
clips.
pretty based main character. Mushoku Tensei talked about Zom 100. It's a weird one because I mean, with all like the hiatus and stuff, Otaku Elf, banger, and
Yes,
a lot of
sir.
the stuff on this list, like a big chunk, are like sequels,
Hmm.
or I guess spin-off with like Konosuba and Horimiya. I think Horimiya is like a great rom-com, not even rom-com, like romance slice of life series. But in terms of like, I mean, that's just like a genre I really like, which is why Dangers in My Heart's way up there. Maybe some recency bias. If you look up, I mean, Dangers in My Heart, I watched leading up to this episode, and Free Ren, Apothecary Diaries, Spy Family, all released this season.
And then
Um,
I know we were talking about Spy Family earlier, but
mhm.
I want you to remember where you place Spy Family, okay? Just remember.
Yeah, my Spy Family was third, so when it came up on, it wasn't honorable mentions, right? It
It
was
was,
like,
it was, it was
oh, it
honorable
was
mention.
It
honorable
was.
mentions.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
wow,
why I want you to
okay.
remember. Remember.
I'm
Oh,
surprised Oshinoko wasn't higher, wasn't top three for you.
That's what
yeah,
I was gonna
no,
ask you, bro. I was shocked when it wasn't like one or two, man. I
yeah,
was.
that's when that's why I said like you guys might be shocked. A lot of it, like I said, in my defense, it might be actually like uh not sampling bias, recency bias,
Mm,
but I feel like Dangers in My Heart really focus on like the romance, and that's kind of like my favorite genre. And Oshinoko did everything so right, and its peaks were so good, but
he's about to
maybe
talk
just
himself into moving it higher. That's what he's about to do.
I mean, you guys know how much I love Oshinoko, but I mean, like Spy Family, I think is like a really great show. I know we
Hmm.
talked a little bit about earlier, like there's not necessarily like peaks, but it's
Yeah,
like
it's
very
consistency.
consistently well done. Um, uh,
Hey,
Apothecary
bro.
Diaries, I was just like very happy about because I like the series, like the anime series, way better than the manga. Um, I think it's like really well done. Maybe in like 3 months when the it's a little bit off my mind, it might get bumped down a bit. But also, I'm more excited towards later seasons of Uchinoko.
Mm,
Maybe not season 2, but like when it when it's like almost caught up to where the manga is right now, it's gonna be so peak. Because I think I initially rated this a 10 on my Mao. I bumped it down to 9 because I'm hoping things, they keep it up.
I got you.
Um, but yeah, I mean, Oshinoko, you could easily put it in like my top 2, um,
Dang.
and I,
Mo,
I wouldn't have any problems with that.
this Boggs really just said, "What did I watch recently?" That's how he did his top four, man. what's
Went
the
down, man.
what's the four most recent animes I watched?
Recency, recency bias is real.
Dude, I was
Uh,
so shocked when I see Dangers of My Heart. I love the show, but I never thought it'd be above Oshinoko for you, Boggs. Like I was
I was
shook.
like, I'm not updating my mouth. It was supposed to be a surprise that I watched it by
I got you.
today,
Yeah, 'cause
but
we were talking about the other day, dude, right? I feel
mhm,
a couple
yeah.
days ago. Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, like
I
less than
mean,
a week, a couple days ago.
I did say when there's a good romance anime, I could binge it no problem. And yeah, I mean, I already talked enough about Dangers in My Heart. I think it
Yeah,
was like
yeah,
a really really good romance anime.
for sure.
And one thing I really love about, I guess, the two romance animes in here, which is Horimiya and Dangers in My Heart, is not that I hate. I actually do love like the romance drama genre. This both of these shows are just like pure wholesome. There's no like weird forced in drama that kind of stirs things up. It's just like Horimiya. It's just they're already a couple, and it's just like pure wholesomeness. Dangers in My Heart is, I guess, before that, where it's pure wholesomeness of like cute scenes of them kind of winning their doves when they can. But
Yep,
um,
yep.
yeah, and like Konosuba, I think I place it in a good spot. Um, it was great, but not as good as like some of like the actual Konosuba. But yeah.
Yeah, like just looking at your list, the biggest surprise Oshinoko, and I did think two shows, I think, and I'll say that once you get to my list.
Oh wait, I do want to talk about Eminence of the Shadow.
Okay, okay,
I was surprised I didn't see this in the list. Yeah, that's all I had to add. But
I got you.
um, I actually really love Eminence of the Shadow quite a bit. I think I could shuffle that one around top 6. I think I've been rambling for too long, so I'll just end with mine with saying I think I had a very hard time placing Attack on Titan and Vinland Saga,
Mm,
uh, because those are like shows that are critiqued a little bit more harshly through fans. I feel like because uh, like popularity slash how serious the plot is. If that makes any sense. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah,
that feels.
I
Yeah,
had a
very
hard
high expectations, but
yeah.
overall, but
Yeah, I had a hard time placing those 2, but
Good
yeah,
list,
so
my man.
that's my top
if you want to
15.
go into mine next, boom,
I got you. Let me
so we
pull
could
this
do some
bad boy
contrast
up.
against Boggs.
Hey,
So
look at
this
that
is
honorable mention,
mine.
man. Woo.
Um, Starting from honorable mentions. So I mean, I will say this season just ending fall 2023 might be recency bias, but that was a banger to me.
Mm,
I also tried to keep the recency bias down, so that's why
Okay.
Free Ren, Apothecary, those are sub top 10. I
Mhm.
did really like them, but they're not done at the same time. I haven't seen the rest of it, so I
That's
kind
fair.
of I kind of kept them down there.
Oh man, I forgot Baki.
But yeah, I mean, honorable mentions. I got Eminence in the Shadow as well. This second
Mm.
season was pretty badass.
Oh, and TR.
It was
Had a
also really
boy.
confusing too. TR only made it. I would have put TR on the list if it wasn't for the such shit seasons before it that just held it
Come
down,
on,
man.
man.
This season was dope, but everything before that was just ass, man.
Damn, so
So ass.
Boom wasn't lying about season 3 being a banger.
I told you,
Yeah,
man.
it took a little too long to get better, man. A little too
Yeah,
long.
I unfortunately tapped out.
Tap back in, ain't too late.
But I mean, otherwise, Unluck Undead's another one that's currently airing, but I'm enjoying that a lot. MF Ghost finished. I just I wanted to put it on the list, but I couldn't. This was one that kind of teeters in that like 8 to 6 range. It's almost just a like personal bias. Like I just really like the music, but overall, the objectively, this I don't think the show is that great. But it's just one of those that when you're watching, you just get amped up on parts. So that's that for me. Otherwise, Hell's Paradise was one that I was surprised didn't make it on even to honorable mentions. Um,
Mhm.
I like that one a lot, so I was surprised you guys didn't rank it.
I
Otherwise,
was,
though, this is mine's kind of just shonen. So,
I
I'm so
thought you left out. My fault,
no, go ahead,
Baki.
go ahead.
I thought you left out one show. I thought we both like Heavenly Delusion, or what is it? Heavenly? Is it Heavenly?
yeah,
I
I
thought
was
you were messing with this. So I was like, oh, it's for sure at least honorable mention. I was kind of shocked.
like I said, partly big recency bias, but I think this season was just so good
Mm,
that I don't think outside of Hell's Paradise, there wasn't anything I watched all year really besides like sequels that was much better than everything that aired this season.
Mm.
Like, I mean, if you look, almost everything is a sequel besides Pluto, Blue Lock. So in terms of like new shows, yeah, there wasn't much better for me.
yeah.
I'm
Spy
glad to
Family
see
is one that's
Pluto.
kind of
I don't even see that on your list.
yeah.
What's
Dude,
up
I
with
don't
that?
know.
That
What
means
is up with
I
that?
that was on our it was on our what's it called? What was it?
I
Our honorable
liked
mentions
it, but
for our
I
top
didn't
10.
love it. If
Yeah,
that
I
makes
see.
sense.
Yeah,
I don't
I think
know.
I
I,
think like everyone was talking about, like it's consistently good, but it wasn't like too too like elite, you know?
yeah.
I get it. I get it.
So
It's still a good
yeah.
watch for sure.
I mean, I'm glad Pluto made it up high on your list. And I see Attack on Titan. We'll see maybe Booms too, but Attack on Titan, Villain Saga, we kind of put it in the middle. Both of us
Mm.
at least. Um,
Yikes.
Yeah, and I mean, kind of the same with yours. Like my 5 through 10, 6 through 10 are all pretty interchangeable.
yeah,
The top four were pretty set for me, but the rest of them were kind of could have been anywhere.
yeah. Like I'm sure for you too. Like AOT and Villain Saga was like both great, but it was like I don't think it's in my top five, so I'm just gonna slap it somewhere below five.
Yeah, I just pasted them in the middle and was moving everything else around it, and then once I found a spot for it, I was like, all right, this is probably good. My
Yeah,
hero probably could have gone down to like 10 and bumped everything up. Like,
I heard it
it's
was a pretty good season.
it
In my
was, man. Dark, got to see Dark Deku. So,
opinion.
and that's one I almost forgot about because it started last year and ended in March of this year.
Hmm.
But
Gotcha.
I don't know. March feels like last year already. So,
Yeah, it's time flew, man.
mhm.
And
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
shocked. Under Ninja, it's number three. That's crazy. You, maybe I need to
Yeah,
rewatch it or undrop it. I can say.
maybe recency bias, man. But yeah, I mean, I think
Yeah,
the ending, the season ending did a lot for me. Like those
I
last
gotcha.
like 2 or 3 episodes, pretty crazy.
I see.
So,
I see. But yeah, this is Mo's list. Any last comments for Mo's list before we move on?
no, I think it's good and kind of reflects his taste too, and um, definitely did better mitigating the recency bias compared to me.
And Mo was the only one to correctly guess or put Oshinoko as number one and still have it on our number one list too.
Sure.
Both. That's very good.
I
Oh,
just thought
foreshadow.
Apothecary. I thought Apothecary Diaries was gonna be like your top five, maybe.
I do like it a lot, but
Oh yeah, it's pretty.
them shonen just hit me.
No, I feel. I
Oh,
feel.
I think Mo did the opposite. Whatever he watched recently, or at least for Free and Apothecary Diaries, he just degraded the
Yeah,
scores.
it's like minus
Pro-
five rank just because it's new.
um, but yeah, like the list, my man. Like the list. I was shocked with Under Ninja. I think that was the biggest shocker for me, and Pluto too, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
damn. Under Ninja was a hitter for you then, huh?
big hitter.
yeah, ninjas, man, they get me.
Yeah.
And last but not least, we have my list. There's a bunch of shows on here maybe we didn't really talk about, but I had to put number one, Dangers in My Heart, man. That was definitely for me the best show this year. Um, Going on, like I said, I know we talked about Heavenly Delusion a little bit with their Mo's, and I did put Hell's Paradise in my honorable mention, Mo, but
Mm.
it was hard for me because I wanted to keep some shows, man, and I didn't want to. And then we added Blue Lock and which one is it? Apothecary Diaries and Free Run, so I couldn't knock any more shows out, man.
Oh, you had Bleach pretty low.
Yeah, I did. That's why I was shocked it was quite high up there, but and
Yeah.
I had AOT pretty low as well. Vinland Haga, I did the opposite of you guys. I didn't put it in middle. I actually really enjoyed it, so I put it up top
Mhm.
three. And like I was shocked. I think Bosch watched it, like Skip to Loafer and Tamada
I
Kun
watched the
double.
first half.
Oh,
Yeah,
Tamada
Yamada
Kun.
Kun.
Oh,
Okay.
Yamada. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
I kept reading as that. Oh.
But yeah, no, Yamada Kun's a great one too.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that one too. I was like so 'cause I thought Jujutsu Kaisen should be top 10, so I was debating that the whole time. And then I had to
You
put
have
Blue Up pretty high
you
up
have
there.
the masterful cat bolded there. Is there any particular reason for that?
There wasn't. That's why I was honorable. I was like, I don't need to fix it. That's a fire show though. You guys know what I'm talking about?
It
The big
was
cat one?
I know what you're talking about.
Big cat,
it
you know.
was an honorable mention, got bumped up.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It had to be one of those, you know. And then like Edo My Elf or Otaku Elf, I top five, dude. That was a banger.
Oh yeah.
Again,
It was
blessings
good. It
for
was good.
Bog's recommendation, but absolute fire show.
And
Uh,
yeah, I mean, glad Booms pres- respects AOT at least.
yeah, top 15. It's not
Yes, sir.
bolded. It's not bolded. But
It's
then
not bolded.
it was, but yeah. I mean,
I'm
it's
just
fun.
glad you watched it, man. How much
Yeah,
how much crap you talked about it. I really thought you weren't gonna watch it.
I did
So
though, and I regret the crap talk besides the Erwin guy, but
I mean,
I'm
Boom
glad I
was
watched.
like just trying to trigger us too, man.
I,
and
I'm glad I
it's
watched it.
working.
Oh, and another one, number six. I don't want to be, I want to be, make sure I talk about this. Nagatoro-san season two, I think, or season three. I
I
absolutely
think,
enjoyed it as
yeah,
well. I really, really like that series. I can't wait for the next one. I think it's season three next, so it was season two, if I
yeah,
remember
it was
correctly.
season two.
And I absolutely love that one. It's I wouldn't say it's like super similar to Dangers in My Heart, but like same. I don't know what that's called, but like
Yeah, Dangers in My Heart's more towards Takagi-san
yeah, this
realm.
Naruto sounds low key kind of mean, you know, but it had some really good
Yeah.
scenes in there. And that one too, you can just watch, not think too much, you know, just
Hmm.
nice chill show for sure. I would be remiss if I didn't talk about that one for sure. And then I thought one of you guys were for sure gonna put Rent a Girlfriend in season three. I was waiting for it, but none of you guys
I'm
did it.
Didn't watch it, brother.
maybe maybe for me if 100 Girlfriends didn't come out, but
uh,
yeah, yeah, that shows like the Rent a Girlfriend upgrade button.
oh really?
And
Press it
dude,
too many times?
like based off what I've seen, like they're actually like going for 100 girlfriends. Maybe not 100, but like I've seen some pictures and
Oh
You
my
know, I thought it'd
gosh.
be like, you know, right now, spoiler alert, there's like 5, and then or maybe 6. But you know, I thought they just do that and kind of end it there. But I seen like some pictures, like artwork with like the dude with like 30 chicks.
Oh
It's
my
like, oh my
gosh.
god, they're actually
Oh
doing
shit!
this. Yeah, so I mean,
He's going
that's
for
one I'll keep watching. Yeah.
it. But yeah,
I only
those
saw
are.
I saw on Twitter, man. That one had such high reviews from the Spanish Twitters that I follow. They love that show, man.
They got some Yuri scenes in there too, which is great. But yeah, I mean, this season was just like this fall 2023 season was just so loaded, man.
Yeah.
uh,
This upcoming season just feels kind of dry, kind of lonely, man,
we got Dangers in
Hmm.
my
compared to what
heart. We
this
got Dangers in
season
my heart.
was.
And you're a cap, so that's all we need. That's all we need. But yeah, and
No, we
you can tell Boggs really liked this last season. Just look at his top four. You can tell he couldn't
you
get
can
enough of
count
it.
on that. But
But
yeah, realistically, maybe ask me half a year from now, maybe bump 1 or 2. But I
I
feel
don't know. I don't know. Those shows are good. I guess for Free Rent and Studio, right? We
mhm.
don't know how it's gonna end this season, so it could. I don't think so. It's unlikely, but it
Oh,
could
he
just
does.
it could
Like
it could
yeah, I
it
mean,
could just
if
nosedive, and we look like
yeah,
fools.
and there might be some like manga bias in there too. But
Mm.
I mean,
Oh, I
like I've read
guess.
Oshinoko too, so I can't say that. But
Oh, you read both of
uh,
them, didn't you? I didn't realize you
yeah,
read Studio too. Oh.
yeah. So I mean, some probably bias there too. But like when I was like kind of ranking them, I did try to avoid um recency bias, which I probably didn't do a great job with. But yeah,
It wasn't. Yeah. I mean, I think our list. What did you guys last thing? What did you guys think about our top 10 list? Did you guys like it? Agree with it? Or for the
I
most
think
part, I
it's a
guess.
solid. I think it's a solid average for us. Yeah.
Hmm.
Get our takes
Yeah,
in.
I think it did a good job of representing all of us.
Mm.
I think besides maybe two, we'd all seen all of them. So, but
Yeah,
some of them, I mean, some like Bleach just got snuck in there because
I think it
I
was
rated it so highly. I think
like
that's the only reason it was so high.
Bleach, Pluto, and Otaku Elf is the only three, and they were the lower half, obviously, that only two of us watched. So I mean, that's pretty
I'll
good.
say I do think Spy Family got snubbed. Like, come on, top 10 at least.
I think
No comment.
I rated. So if I would have rated Otaku Elf, switch Spy Family and Otaku Elf, it would have definitely been at least top 10. But I like
Mhm.
Otaku Elf a little bit more.
You
But
couldn't put you couldn't put Spy Family instead of the Masterful Cat, man. You got to be shitting me.
oh, it would have won. It would have won. It would have
That
won.
that's the one that made it out of honorable mentions.
It would have won because I think like it was Spy Family and Under Ninja was like eight
Hmm.
points and Otaku Elf was 9 points if I remember correctly. So and then
Gotcha.
Under Ninja was carried by Mo just ranking the top three. It was pretty epic because Spy
Yeah, Under
Family and
Ninja just got.
Under Ninja were both only you guys, so it was
Oh
like
man.
yeah, it
And
was surprising.
real quick before we end, was the only one that got unanimous top 5 Oshinoko?
Yeah, it actually yeah, it was. So that
Okay.
was the only one that got bonus, but it didn't need it. So it
I
was
mean,
like
yeah,
28 to 18.
definitely definitely well deserved. Like, am I tripping? Like, free rent's good, right?
No, it is. It is. It is.
Like, Mo knows some of the
I,
chats I've been having with like other people, and like, I'm fighting a war out here, man.
it just. I
Yeah.
think other
Some
people know
people
how
I
to
think are just
control.
hating. I think they're hating to trigger you a little bit, but
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. That's why mine was a tentative rating.
Mm,
Hmm.
I like it,
Which,
but I don't love it yet. I like the characters, but I'm not sold on the story itself yet.
mm.
gotcha.
That's where I'm at.
And
And
me and Mo know how to control recency bias pretty well. So I mean
I
that's
tried
fine.
my best, man. I tried my best.
Dude, but it's
And I
crazy Because earlier we were thinking about doing top three. None of us
Mhm.
had the same top three, so we couldn't get bonus points.
Yeah,
And that
that
was
that is pretty wild.
yeah. And I think it was because Oshinoko for you dropped out to five. So
Hmm.
if it wasn't, it would have got a little bit higher. But I was shocked there wasn't more similar for top five. So it was like
Yeah, I
only
agree.
Oshinoko, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah,
But yeah.
and I think a lot of hate for Free Rent comes from the fact that it's rated number one on
Oh
Now.
no,
People just
I
want to
made
get
a
it.
mistake. Sorry, it's too late. It's too late.
Yeah,
It's too late.
well, we're happy with our list, except for
It's too
Spy
late.
Family.
Daniels and my heart were also. Oh no, all three of us. Oh sorry, I was tripping.
Yeah, yeah,
I
all
was
three,
tripping.
all three.
Yeah, I was like no. But yeah, it was a
But
good
yeah,
list, man. Good list.
and I do want to talk, not today, but after this upcoming season, how you guys might feel newly about both Apothecary Diaries and Free Rent. Those are, I think, the two big shows that are kind of carrying on to the next one.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, we all ate really good as anime fans this year. Lots of variety, lots of very good stuff. So,
And I think we're forgetting about one particular movie that aired. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet, but the claymation Crayon Shinchan is
oh
available. So
man,
we'll do a live
adding
watching of that.
adding to my list.
On my list as we speak. Yeah.
uh, and real before we close, do you guys have any dishonorable mentions?
Yes,
Shows that
Mashal.
were absolute shit.
Mashal.
Mashal,
But it
you'll be
makes me
watching season
mad.
two.
Makes me
Help,
mad
man.
because I think it's the opposite of what you were saying, Boggs. Like, people online love the show. I'm like, what is there to love? Like, I'm the one hating. Everyone else is like, dude, it's such a good show. But
I
yeah,
mean, it's getting a season two already, so
yeah, quick
you did
turnaround.
something right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, oh, you said Hulk.
Uh,
Yeah.
Hey, you're a
Oh,
trooper. You're a trooper for
yeah,
keeping
I've
at
been
it.
a neat for the last 3 months, so I didn't mind watching it weekly. But
living the
after I
life.
was done, I was like, man, this was kind of ass. So, and I know Boggs, we had a buddy that was saying it was great. He was a
Hmm.
manga reader, so questioning his taste.
No,
So,
he ended up saying he said he was disappointed with the adaptation.
no, really,
Yeah.
that is fuck.
He's
Just the
probably
pacing, man. The pacing was pretty
Mhm.
whack. So,
that's the He-Man look-alike, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
man.
dude. Oh, also,
And I
I didn't like the. I don't know. I think Mo might have finished it. Isekai Smartphone or Vending Machine. Sorry.
No, vending machine.
Did you ever
That
finish
was
it?
better than Hulk, bro. Yeah,
Oh
yeah, I
my
finished it.
gosh.
oh
Oh
man,
my
it was
god.
better than Hulk. Damn. I'm glad I dropped Hulk then.
At least that shit was funny, bro.
I'm just happy 2023, man. I started dropping seasonal shows, not doing Mo like Hulk. Like I just start dropping
Yeah.
shows
You
instead of
just gotta drop it
suffering through,
sometimes, man.
I don't.
Yeah, yeah. I got to start swallowing my pride and tossing these in the bin, man.
When
Yeah.
they become a chore to watch, you drop them for sure.
Amen.
But yeah, anything else before we end it out, boys?
No, just y'all have good taste, good top 15.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, solid group list. Definitely, y'all need to check out some of my shonens. But
Sure,
besides that,
sure.
I might check
Nice.
cruising.
out Under Ninja.
Yeah, check it out. Definitely that and Shangalari, Shangarita
Yeah.
Frontier.
Is that the
Those two.
Yeah, the
bird guy,
bird
right?
dude.
I heard a lot of good things about
Yeah,
that actually.
just the premise is cool. Like VR gaming's huge in their time. They're not. It
Mm,
seems like it's futuristic, but not really.
mm.
But like everybody plays VR games, and
Oh
he
snap.
only plays like shitty VR games, and so he decides to play was called like the god tier VR game, and like he kind of gets hooked instantly. So
Uh,
Mhm.
kind of
MC is
sounds
super
like
likable.
Kind of sounds like my manga taste, man. Only go for the weird ones. Good ones, but weird ones.
True.
The niche is the polite way to put
Quote unquote euphemism. Mo, are you
Okay,
gonna
Boss.
that's the one that's continuing on to the next, huh? Or is that Undead Unluck?
Oh,
both.
I can't.
Yeah, both
I
are.
can't.
I've
That.
actually got like 4 series that I'm continuing on from winter into the spring.
Oh, nice,
Uh,
nice.
Yeah, Apothecary, Shangoria, Free Ren, Ragna Crimson, and Undead Unluck. Those 5.
Boys,
okay.
if you got some time, watch Jujutsu Kaisen before it's too late, before it becomes way too
I
long.
know, man. I want to. I want to read some more as well. My plan to read list is quite long. So
Yeah, I do love. I've been loving more manga than anime lately. I think I caught Boggs' bug here. And Boggs, let me just say, when you texted us, you finished up your seasonals. I think you only finished one, right? Spy Family, because everything else is not ended yet.
No, no,
And that's what
wait. No,
you
here,
were
hold
like,
on, let me
"Yep,
see.
I'm finished." You only
Well,
finished Spy Family, man.
I
oh
I
boy.
I watched 12 of Free Ren and Apothecary. Um oh no, Eminence of the Shadow, um
Is that
Shield
carrying
Hero,
over?
which I
Oh,
no, Eminence is done until the movie. Shield Hero, which was a complete waste of time. 100 Girlfriends and
oh, okay, okay.
16-bit Sensation, which is that was a pretty fun one to watch.
Is that the Netflix one? I think I watched that. If that is.
I don't know if it.
No.
I'm not sure if it was on Netflix.
Is it like
This
the
is the
VR
one where
game one or no?
they're game creators or movie creators.
Yeah, game creators.
Game creators. Yeah. That one was on my list. I just
It's called
never got
16
around to
bit.
it.
You said
What's that?
16 bit is what you said it was
Yeah,
called.
16-bit.
All right,
16
It was
bit
a fun
sensation.
watch. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, TBH, but
Oof.
for like a seasonal casual, one episode a week, I thought it was pretty good.
because when you sent me that list, that was the first thing I was thinking. I was like, this dude is capping saying you finished these shows. Just Spy Family.
Nah, it's just a lot of crap mixing inside.
I got you. I got you. But yeah. Other than that, thank you for watching, and it's been a fun one, boys. Stay frosty.
All right, later,
There.
guys.
Peace out.